Hello everybody, GL1 here, and today I have a different kind of show, I think. This is the story of Ted, the stuffed animal, train conducting dog that I've had for nearly 50 years. So, see him sitting over here? Well, he's sitting on this pillow, and this pillow happens to have a couple of Pomeranians on it, and those two Pomeranians look like the two Pomeranians that I've owned. Let me show you those. So, all right, so this one over here is my current Pomeranian. This is Cocoa Puff. And then this fella over here is Fluffy. And actually, Cocoa Puff ended up being more fluffy than Fluffy. And years and years before that, I had a dog that was Kirk. I had a black one that was Spock. I gave that one to my dad after about a year, and I kept Kirk. So you might notice a pattern, Mrs. GL1 did, that all of my dogs are about the same color, and that color matches Ted. So I guess I just love this color for a dog, and I like brown horses too. So I guess I just like brown. So anyway, Ted has been on many adventures with me when I was a kid. Sometimes he was a superhero. Sometimes I would take his little fists and my little sister and Ted would box each other. Ted would talk. He would be like, "Oh, hello, Stephen. How are you doing today?" And that's Ted's voice. And everyone in my family got to know Ted and his voice. And my other sister loved Ted so much that she wanted one, and she got one that's the smaller version because they didn't make too many of the big ones. This is the big one, actually. And his name was Jake. Now, Ted was a lot fluffier, but what happened is when you wash them, this is what happens to their fur. It gets kind of all conglomerated together. And Ted used to have a different color clothing. You can see it here. This is what he originally looked like. And my mom would wash him and, clean him up. And eventually just so much hugging and adventures, gets things kind of grungy looking. So she made this outfit for him. And how painstaking. I mean, she made this vest and she added the little pocket handkerchief here. And, this fresh handkerchief there. Now, this suit that he's wearing here is, I don't know, 35 years old or something like that. Like, even that's really old, 30, 35 years. She put the little buttons on them. And look here, she even made this hat. And she put a T on it, like for Mr. T, but Mr. Ted. And you can see that's the original train conductor hat. And I thought Ted was so cool that when I grew up, I wanted to be a train conductor, but alas, that did not happen. Ted can cover his eyes when he's playing peekaboo. You might think he would do it when he's scared, but Ted never gets scared. He actually was there to protect me when I was scared, because there's the toe monster that lives under the bed, and you don't want to have your arm hanging off or anything hanging off, because they get you. But Ted would definitely be there to protect you. So here's Ted in the round. We can take a look at the back and look at the detail that she sewed this on there, and she put these little patches there. She sewed that on. And so just quite a job she did with this fella. And I can tell you that Ted's had a little bit of battle wear. His eye got chipped over here. You can see that little chip is missing. But, you can just kind of comb the fur over. And his nose had to be sewn on. I think originally it was glued and it came off. And one time in the washer, his mouth came off. And my mom sewed it back on. You can actually see the stitching. And she sewed it on crooked. And this was very upsetting to a young GL1. But cleverly, what she said is, he's licking his chops. And that worked for me. And so to this day, whenever I look at it, it goes through my mind, mouth is not symmetrical, and then, oh, that's right, he's licking his chops. So I'm okay with that. So anyhow, that is the story of Ted. Very old fella. I don't know if you guys have an old stuffed animal of your own that you've kept. I actually have an older one, and I will show you that. His name is Brown Bear. And I used to have Big Bear, which was just a big brown bear. And I had Panda Bear, which was a small panda bear. And my brother had the big panda bear. So I'm sure you guys all have stories. I remember I had a couple ladybugs. And, collecting toys, I guess, started really early, with stuffed animals. And, fortunately, I still have, a couple of them left from all the way back in the day. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed that. And I will be talking to you soon. Take care.